Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out a video titled Americans' First Time Driving on the Autobahn. This should be a really interesting video. And yeah, it should be really exciting seeing, Americans experiencing that authentic German speed, because we know the Germans do speed, but they do it at the right way. You know what I mean? So really appreciate the Germans for actually keeping it real and keeping this Autobahn history, alive and well, throughout the years of, the existence of Germany in modern day history, which, a lot of strict things happen these days. But, yeah, thank you for the love and support, man.
You ready to have a driving adventure? It's our first time in Germany, and we are on our way to go pick up a rental car, and we're gonna be driving on the Autobahn.
Is it a Lamborghini? Or is it a Mercedes?
Okay, here we go. We're about to get on the Autobahn. I did a little bit of research before.
Why she sounds nervous?
I mean, I watched quite a few.
I don't know if I'm tweaking, but she sounds nervous. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I do have a driver's license that is Finnish, right? So I probably be able to drive in Germany with that license, I'd imagine, right? Since it's a European license or whatever, right? So, I've driven in Europe, but Europe and Finland is not Germany, right? So I think I'd be nervous to drive in Germany. In fact, I would.
Videos. I went through a thing of all of the different signs. I think the thing that's going to be the hardest challenge for me is that
speed.
We just spent 5 months in the UK. I got very used to driving on the other side of the road. Oh. Now we're back on the side I'm used to.
The right side.
But in a stick shift, which I haven't driven in a long time outside of driving in the UK. So wish me luck. What might be the biggest difference is that these signs that basically tell you that you have the right-of-way just don't exist in the US. We don't have those. It is interesting that the lights here are on the front end of the street instead of across the street like in the US. Here we go.
Holy shit. Alright, we got second gear.
Like a tiny Fiat, it's pretty pimped out. It is funny.
Oh yeah, that's clean.
There's this big bar right here, and I feel like I have to look under to see the traffic light here. Also, they do the yellow.
Yeah, the blind spot in this car is terrible. You can see that but it's a small car. What the flipping hell do we expect? I was literally about to criticize the car like it's not small. It's not a truck. Well, trucks have horrible blind spots, but I mean in reference to the height, you can clearly see up. But trucks have really bad blind spot when it comes to down low. That has really good blind spot when it comes to down low. But I guess the pillars right there, because you can see the side pillar frame, that connects with the roof. Yeah, that one is bad.
Green, just like in the UK, which I'm a big fan of. I think that's one thing I wish we did in the US. Okay, that guy is going way faster than me. I don't know what the speed limit is right here now. So I was just going 30 just to be safe, but everyone is going faster than I am, so I guess I need to pick up speed a little bit. Honestly, I think this is so far easier than driving in the UK because at least there's a familiar side of the road. I have successfully made it to a gas station or a petrol station. I'm not sure what they call them here, but
gas station.
We are here. Jeremy ran inside to get us some breakfast, which might be some bockwurst and brochen, possibly. We are off to the Autobahn, leaving Cologne and heading down past Mainz, so we have a few hours to drive today. I will be curious to see what it is like because it looks like there might be traffic, and also I'm not sure if the stretch that we are about to do has any kind of speed limits or not. Something around 70% of the Autobahn does not have a speed limit. I guess there's a recommended speed limit, but it's something like 180 miles per hour.
Damn!
And only about 30% actually does.
That's crazy. If the recommended is 180, that's crazy because, dude, in Finland, the max speed limit I've seen since I've been eligible to drive in Finland and have, been around Finland in a few different areas is 100. I've not seen anything over 100. Literally.
Have a speed limit. So we will we will see. We'll see how good this bad boy can go. I'm gonna eat a croissant real fast, and then we're gonna get on the Autobahn. Well, I let someone pass me. I did one good thing. Okay, we're not on the Autobahn yet, but we're coming to it. Here we go. Does this mean we're like basically on the Autobahn now? I'm driving in Germany right now, and it's weird. This is comfortable right here in the very right lane until I get my bearings at least. Okay, so we're taking this for 17 kilometers. I'm going 100 kilometers right now, which I don't even know what that is in miles.
100! She going 100, that boy that goes. Nah, bro, that German's not, bro. Like, listen, I am as hyped as a child is when they see the playground regarding Germany. Dude, I am as hyped. I cannot wait for the day where I get an opportunity to actually witness the Autobahn because, dude, she said she's at 100K, right? And they're just going by like that? That's crazy.
Calculate that because my goal is to go at least 110 miles per hour because
look at that.
Sometimes in the States when I've tried to like test old cars I've been like, can it go 100? So I feel like the natural thing is to test it to see if it could go a little bit more than that, and then I'm good, right?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get over.
Oh.
I'm gonna get over.
Oh, let's go.
I'm going for it.
Woo.
Okay.
Come on, press that gas. Come on.
I'm going for it, but not as much as that guy is. The thing we experienced in the UK that we do not do in the US is we really only use the faster lanes, like the outer lanes for passing. In the UK and here in Germany.
Oh,
in the US,
he's going.
people will ride all over whatever lane they want to be in. People pass on the inner lanes where you're not really supposed to pass.
Yeah.
It is taken a lot more seriously here that you just have to get out of the way because people like to go fast, and I can appreciate that and respect it. I feel like I'm getting a little bit more courage. I'm going up to like 120 now, which I don't even know.
That's 100.
Is that?
Hey, that ain't 120. Look at the minivan in the rear view, boy. Look at the view. Nah, bro. Nah, these Germans cold, bro. They cold, bro. Look at the minivan in the rear view. Look at it now.
Will you look that up for me?
130 is about 80.
Okay, so I'm going 150 now. And
Okay,
I don't know, but
we moving.
even it's funny because 130 is about 80 and it feels very fast. But then there's also still people like flying past me on the other side. We're gonna go faster than this. We're going 160. And I haven't even had to get in that outer lane yet, so that's nice. Oh no, we have a speed limit. Just kidding. It's 100 now. I think the circle, the like red outer with the circle means that's a minimum, but now I don't know with the variable speed limits if that means that that's the minimum still or is that the maximum. I mean, people don't seem fazed by 100 kilometers per hour, so it's probably okay. Now it's saying 80. Yeah, we're slowing down. Okay, well hey, I had my heyday. I got up to like 160 or 70, so that was exciting. I feel like I'm a pro at passing now. I'm just getting over, making sure there's no one coming up behind me very quickly, and then getting back over.
Come on, show us the streets, man. Come on, man. Dang, brother. I think that was a G-Wagon, dog. I seen it.
We are officially no longer on the Autobahn. I did successfully top out at about 111 miles per hour, which was above my goal, 1 mile per hour above my goal, which is I think about 180 kilometers per hour. You can go faster than that. I think I feel pretty good about doing a little bit faster than I've ever done in the US. The Romantic Rhine, as it's referred to, is one of the most popular sections of the Rhine River. It's just known for being very, very beautiful.
That is beautiful.
And I can see why. It's gorgeous. Absolutely stunning.
Ooh.
And we've seen many, many castles in our short time here. I missed lining up the gas gauge with the pump, but in my defense, this is a very tiny car. And just like in the UK, you pump first and then you pay, which is a very strange concept as an American.
You used to do that in America. They just
Really?
don't trust you anymore.
Pump first, then you pay. That's crazy. In Finland, you pay, then you pump. Which is crazy because they say Finland, you know, honesty and whatever, trusted society. I'm surprised. That's crazy.
Filling up was 50 euros, which is probably fairly on par with the UK.
That's
Maybe
a lot of
little
money
cheaper,
for the
I think
little
it's
ass
a little
car.
cheaper,
but definitely more expensive than the US.
Yeah.
I just love that the place that we stopped for gas.
No. First of all, you cannot compare the United States. Not flagging them, but you cannot compare the United States and Europe with gas. Period. Because in the United States, I think you even have 87 in the United States, my guy. That is low dirt bottom type gas. You know what I mean? In Europe, right? The lowest gas that I see in Finland is 97. 97, 98, 97, and you have diesel. Lowest gas. So yeah, nah. Is it 97 or is it what? I don't remember. Is it 97? I don't remember. I don't remember if I'm tweaking or if it's 94 or 95 or something. Because I might be tweaking actually. Hold on. Lowest gas rating in Finland. What is it? It's 95. Is it 95? Yeah, they just said, I just read something that says all gas cars in the EU should be 95 is the lowest that it's supposed to use. So yeah, I ain't even got to check too much. 95, come on.
Fairly on par with the UK, maybe a little cheaper.
I think it's a little cheaper,
but definitely more expensive than the US.
Yeah.
I just love that the place that we stopped for gas has a beautiful church right there.
Cathedral.
You can see vineyards in the background. It's absolutely gorgeous here. We're in another one of those sections that does not have a speed limit, and everyone is truly flying past me this time. People constantly flying by. I'm assuming that they go these speeds all the time. When you use the Autobahn,
Hey, he got the top
like,
down.
Do you go very fast on the
He got the
Autobahn
top
as a
down.
regular thing? And if so, what kind of car maintenance is that like? Does that cause more wear and tear? I know.
I mean, I ain't no mechanic, but I don't think going fast causes anything with the car. Like, it's supposed to be just as normal. I think what issues you might find is that if the roads are bad, then that might be an issue. And braking, you know, comes into play if the driving condition is not the best. You know, people just sudden stops and shit like that. But I don't think, y'all let me know, because I don't think maintenance, you know, affects the speed of the car. I think it's just the gas, you know, the fuel or the electric power. I don't think maintenance has any gets affected.
Mileage isn't as good as if you go faster. We're just not used to having cars that go up to those speeds so often. I just wonder if it is more expensive on your car or not. We made it to Mainz. We've had a wonderful time touring the city, taking in the sights, learning about the history. Highlights for me definitely include afternoon cakes on the market square and the Gutenberg Museum, which is one of the oldest book and print museums in the world. We spent 10 days in and around Mainz, visiting castles, taking gondola rides, boat rides, exploring all kinds of amazing places.
Bro, I feel like I ain't living, bro. I feel like I ain't living, bro. I need to stop watching these videos. I'm too broke for this shit, bro. Like, I feel like I ain't living, bro. Like, what the hell?
This section of our trip has been getting to see Oppenheim, the small city that my grandma grew up in. And now, after 10 incredible days, it's time to get back on the road and head to the next destination. Now now that it's a Monday, we've got trucks on the road, big trucks. There's lots more traffic. It's a little bit more intimidating than when we were driving around on a Sunday. It really is, like, you have to find that break in the passing of like a lot of cars. The one thing that I have learned about this car specifically is that it does not like to go very fast, very quickly. So
Right.
you have to be very careful.
The pickup time on that thing go. Yeah, I do understand where she's coming from with this. I hate a car that takes 10 years to, you know, get going. It's just like, oh, can we just get it over with? Like, are you trying to cause an accident or something? Because when you go out there and you trying to take it, you know what I mean? And that thing, you press that gas in that car is like, oh, and you're like, bro, can we go? It's like,
about like timing things to get over. Like, I'm stuck between two trucks, but I don't want to pull out in front of one of these cars because I know this car cannot handle going that fast.
Indeed.
That quickly.
Acceleration is poor.
We made it to Bavaria, where we will be spending the next week.
Woo!
Starting tomorrow in Rothenburg. I am very excited. This is our first time checking out Bavaria. We have a lovely hotel room. Carly has already made herself at home.
Hey, that ain't your spot, big dog.
She's
Get
already
off my
settled
bed.
right in. How's driving
Get-
in Germany for you?
It's been fine.
He ain't
You been
drove though.
okay? You've been
He
okay
ain't
riding in the car?
That's what I'm talking about. She talking about how I was driving in Germany. He ain't drove. What are you talking about? Like, what we doing here?
Me. I would say overall it's been really good. I think, you know, last year I drove in the UK for the first time, and I think that was a completely different experience. And this feels a little bit more like driving in the US, probably because we drive on the same side of the road. But also, I think driving in the UK helps a little bit because there are some pretty narrow streets here, and I think it's kind of a combination of the two, and it's been pretty good. If you are an American and you're curious about what it's like driving here, I would suggest it. I feel like sometimes you just have a little bit more control and you can stop and see little towns and things like that, which that is what we're gonna do. So I'm very excited. It is amazing that people can drive so fast on the Autobahn, and yet it systematically just works really well. We were talking with my cousin the other day about how there's a lot more school involved and you have to have a certain number of hours of practice before you can get your license here. And I think it kind of varies from state to state in the US, but it sounds like it's a lot less intensive to get your license in the US, which is funny that you can get an international driving permit in the US and they're just like, sure, you can drive here now. Considering all of the things that German people have to go through in order to get their license here. But it works. It's systematically just works so much better than our freeway system in the US, in my opinion anyway. Carly's only opinion is that she's ready for a nap. We are spending the next week in Bavaria. We're starting in the cool old medieval town of Rothenburg. Our room has some amazing decorative pieces of Rothenburg, it looks like, so that's pretty neat. That's what we'll be doing in the next video.
Oh, that's tight, man. Shout out to them, bro. Actually getting to experience Europe. Lucky them. But yeah, that was pretty chill. That was pretty chill. You know, she was chopping it up, but the Germans were chopping it past her, which is what I expected. So shout out to the Germans for keeping it real on that Autobahn, giving her that real authentic experience. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate it. And we out of here, man. Peace.